Broncos country, what is going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Wanted to take time to give some guys outside of Bo Nix a little bit of recognition. Of course, we've had Broncos rookie minicamp going on this weekend, and it's been interesting to take a look at what the reporters, the beat writers, everybody is saying about the new class that is coming in. And I got to say, Audric Estime, Devaughn Vele, these guys are making headlines, along with some interesting tidbits from Troy Franklin. So I'm going to show you guys some tweets here, mostly from Cecil Lammy. If you're not following him, make sure to do it. I mean, I've been listening to Cease for like 15 years, but let's go ahead and get started. What are your thoughts on Broncos minicamp as I'm pulling this up? Be sure to smash that like and subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, let's go ahead and get started. So this was very interesting. Cecil came out and said, Audric Estimé is a hard-hitting, hard-charging running back, and while he's not fast in terms of time speed, I do like his first 10 yards in terms of burst and decisiveness. Again, same 10-yard time that Blake Corum had, okay? He's a future starter, and I predict Estimé and Javonte Williams will have a 50-50 split of the carries in 2024. That is something to take note of. To see Cecil already kind of calling a big shot like this early, he must be really, really standing out in terms of that running back room by how he's moving, how physically big he is. I mean, it's like Mike Allstott. The dude's huge. So I thought that was very interesting. And I do think, I mean, this isn't a fantasy football podcast, but, you know, in a redraft league, you could probably get Audric Estimé there at the end of your draft. And who knows? I really have no idea how the backfield's going to turn out this year. And Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason said yesterday, every running back is on notice right now. Nobody's job is safe. And I thought that was very interesting. So look for Audric Estimé. Probably my second favorite pick we made this year. To get some playing time out the gate, and only 20 years old. So we could have him for quite a while. This is interesting. Bo Nix has chemistry with Troy Franklin, which was clear on Saturday's practice. However, Devaughn Vele looked like a favorite receiver, a great sign for Vele, and it shows how a big-bodied wide receiver thinks Sutton can thrive with Nix attacking downfield. And again, Devaughn Vele, bit older, 26, 27, if I remember. You're going to get 4 good years out of him at minimum with him coming in here. And with the new kickoff return rules, I would not be surprised to see Vele used as one of the main kick returns, because as much as I love Marvin Mims, again, Pro Bowl, maybe he was also All-Pro selection for kick returning or punt returning last year. If he's going to be a main focal point of the offense, I'd rather just not see him there on special teams, if I'm being honest. Y'all let me know if you guys think differently about that, but I'd love to see the fact that Devaughn Vele is already standing out, especially as a 7th-round pick. Mike Carmelini also said, I've never seen Andrew Mason get too excited about a new player. He's pretty conservative, but he, dare I say, swooned a bit talking about Bo Nix on Orange and Blue today. This is yesterday, of course. I'm taking this as a good sign so far. Absolutely. And this last one I wanted to read here. Like Bo Nix, Troy Franklin is all about business. He's not about Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. Franklin is here to work, blue-collar mindset, to be sure. And you can tell how focused he is when you talk to him. The rookie will not be overwhelmed. And also has to go with him picking the number 16. He was the 17th wide receiver off the board, and that's one of the reasons why he chose 16, that some of you guys have pointed this out to me. I thought this was very interesting. He's coming in very hungry, very motivated, with a chip on his shoulder, and that's that type of focus. Again, just coming in here, being about your business from these rookies, it is refreshing. It is refreshing. I think sometimes with the media circus that has been around here the last couple of years, it's refreshing to see some guys understanding the opportunity that's here and then really grabbing the bull by the horn, so to speak, and taking this thing head on. Now, I wanted to also point out, I loved UDFA signing offensive tackle Frank Crum, talking about how he was honored to be a Denver Bronco. Of course, he had other offers coming out as a UDFA after the draft concluded, but he said, we have a blue collar mentality in Wyoming. Out here, it's very blue collar, very family like atmosphere. All the coaches seem to really get along and they're aligned. This was the environment working with Zach Strief that I wanted to be a part of. And that is so refreshing. I love that. Again, Sean Payton coming in here, he has a wide network of coaches. He's worked with a lot of different people over the years because he's coached so long. I feel like there's so much more cohesiveness on this coaching staff than in years past with hiring first-time head coaches. There can be a lot of conflicts, I think, that we've seen play out at certain points over the last 8-9 years or so, right? And again, Sean Payton is building a program in which there's levels of trust. There's trust within the coaches. There's trust within the players with the coaches, and that's always beautiful to hear a player talk about. And lastly, I want to talk about Kris Abrams-Draine. If you guys haven't seen his video from the Denver Broncos little media scrum yesterday, I'll link it in here. But I love his personality. Very charismatic, energetic. He played in Alabama, not against Bo Nix, but was in high school at the same time. So was very familiar with him. And now he thinks it's awesome that he gets to play with a living quarterback legend from Alabama high school football, I guess. That's parsing his words a little bit, but that's kind of what he was saying. And you could tell he's just thrilled to be a Denver Bronco. And you always love these guys when they get an opportunity to come to the state the first time, come to Denver for the first time in their lives. They fall in love with it pretty quickly. There's a reason so many former players, even if they played for 3 or 4 teams during their NFL career, a lot of them choose to retire here, and that's because it's, in my opinion, one of the best places to live in the entire country. So I've loved what's going on with Broncos minicamp. It's absolutely it's an exciting time to be a Broncos fan, right? Like, I can't remember the last time I was this excited going into a season, aside from the first year with Russ, I guess. But this is different. I don't have like Super Bowl expectations for this team. I think I'm just more so excited to just see what it looks like, see the growth, see the journey that we're going to go on. Things aren't going to be perfect, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch without expecting perfection, like I was a couple of years ago, right? Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Shout out to everybody who's been subscribing. Be sure to do that on the way out. Smash that like. And as always, y'all, go Broncos.